Good morning. It is Vlogmas day 2. It's December 3rd. I am posting each vlog the day after I record them. And so my first vlog just went live and I am up before everyone, although I think my father-in-law's up. I can hear. I've got a little visitor who really wants pets. I can hear my father-in-law's TV, so he's up. His cat really wants pets. So I've got coffee, I've got a cat. Oh, hi Grizzly. And I'm just enjoying some quiet time. Today is a Monday, and so my daughter and I have a few things to do. And so I wanted to get in a little craft time before she gets up. Today I'm going to inventory my whip pile. Not just the active whips that I've been working on, but the graveyard whips, and see what needs to be like frogged or finished, because I really need to kind of clear out and organize my QB storage. I have my yarn storage here, but down here, that's where I have like all my whips and like my tools, or most of my tools. I do have some tools up there, but I just need to go through that. And I'm trying to tackle this whole like spring cleaning idea of Vlogmas like one day at a time, just because I only get a couple hours to do everything, although I can clean it while she's up and organize it. I can't craft while she's up, so that's why I try to take advantage of crafting when she's not up. So I'm gonna probably put on some other podcasts on the TV and check it out. Say bye, Grizzly. I'm working on my Lamia Wrap. When I ended the vlog last night, I was at about 62 rows. Where's the bunny rabbit? Where's the bunny? Hop, little bunny. Here, good job. So my daughter is down for a nap, hopefully. I have to be a little bit quiet, but hopefully she's down for her nap. So I will get to work on my Lamia Wrap, and then I will probably work on some whip organization. I might do that later today. I don't know, we'll see. But I think I'm on like row 70 for the Lamia Wrap, and I'm hoping to get to row 80 today. So I'm gonna like relax and watch some other vlogs, Vlogmas vlogs, and then just kind of chill and work on that. and I'm hoping you can't hear it going in the background. But I just counted and I'm three stitches, no, I'm 1 stitch off. I should be at 74. No, if I'm at row 71, I should be at 73 stitches. So I have to figure that out. I'm hoping I can like visually find it without having to tear back. Or I could have just counted wrong, but I've counted twice and I've gotten 74 stitches both times. And that means I should be at row 72. So I might have like misplaced my markers. So we're gonna figure that out right now. Yep, my last stitch marker was off by 2 rows, according, like, was on row 62 and it should have been on row 60. Let me double check that. That's the hard part too with alternating skeins, is sometimes that beginning stitch like tightens a little too much and it's really like, it's easy to miss. That's the like one downside with a hand dyed yarn, is you have to alternate so that you don't have pooling. I mean, you don't have to, but I've just find with Malabrigo, like I didn't want any, especially since this isn't for me, this is a store sample. I really wanted to make sure that we were good. So, you know. Okay, so now I am missing a stitch. So I'm at row 73, which means I should have 75 stitches and I only have 74 stitches. Oh, Lordy. I don't think, let's see. It's not in the honeycomb section. It's not in the simple section, which means I must have missed a yarn over, but like nothing looks wrong. Okay, interesting development. I counted the end stitches and I'm getting 72 rows, which means I would have 74 stitches, which would be correct. So I'm not sure where on the beginning that I'm adding a row in my counting. I see one that looks tiny that I'm like, is that a row? I think it's a row because, but maybe it's not. Because if I don't count that row that I'm questioning. Okay, so I've counted the back bump rows. I've counted the end stitches and I'm at 72 rows, which mean my stitch count is correct. And so I haven't missed a stitch. But for some reason, I don't know if I'll be able to show it on camera. There's this extra little, it's actually the stitch that I have the stitch marker in, little tiny thing. And I'm not, maybe I like did a chain or something, or it's not. I know that I wasn't on that part. I wasn't, because I'm doing in every other row for alternating skeins. I can tell that I didn't pick up the stitch as the first stitch. I might have picked it up as the second stitch, so that might have been what caused the issue. So I'm gonna go with, because visually nothing's wrong, and by the back bumps and the end rows nothing's wrong. So I'm gonna go with, we're at row 74. No, we're at row 72, stitch count 74, which is correct. So that's just kind of what we're gonna do and go from there. And then I'll just, this is now all my documentation that row 72 is correct in terms of stitch counts. So if I ever have to go back, because I didn't really want to have to pull back to that section. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. So we're just gonna call it good. That was a lot. So that is a lot of whips. Some of them, though, I think are just bags with skeins of yarn for future projects. So that should, I mean, that's not a whip, so that's not inventorying my whip. So, but I'll have to set them aside in another area to be like, to pull from for next projects. So let's go through my whips. So this is this ridiculously heavy cardigan that I started sometime in 2022, I think, and never finished. I'm not too far from being done. And I thought at this point I would hate it, but I don't hate it. And I'm at the point where, since I'm like, I think it's called the Dahlia cardigan, but I'm at the point where I don't hate it so much. It's definitely like a house sweater. The one I was wearing earlier in the video is definitely a house sweater. And I have like, you know, a quarter to go. So I definitely should finish this and then it can be done. I'm not gonna frog it. I know that I probably said that before. I'm not gonna frog it. I really need to just sit down and finish it, but I don't think that's gonna happen this month. I mean, unless I get to like Superman speed in finishing projects. But maybe in the new year, this should be like a priority #1, because then I can wear it. I can't remember if it has a ribbed border or if it's just this kind of raw puff sleeve, puff stitches. I just remember that this pattern really hurts my hand working on it. So I know I'll have to give myself some breaks and everything. But it's cute, like the opposite way of almost herringbone puff stitches. So it's cute. This is a finish, but probably not this month, probably in January. So I'm gonna have to put that aside and reorganize it. So we'll just throw it on the floor for now and go from there. It's really heavy, like it's super heavy, because it's made with this Heartland yarn in the colorway Grand Canyon from Lion Brand. And I have a couple more skeins of it. I think it will end up taking like 10 skeins. So it's gonna finish, but just not right now. January. Let's put that on the plate for January. This is an unfinished temperature blanket from 2022. I hate it, and it's not finished. I think this is only like 4 months. It's the Mocha Ripple Afghan. I love the pattern, don't get me wrong. I love the pattern, but I don't like how much of the colors for that given year like were used. So like this orange, not a big fan of. And I started getting to more of the colors I was fans of, like this pink and this tan, green, over here white, creamy. But it is like a lap size blanket. So what I'm thinking I can do this month is like tie up all the ends and do some fringe and then call this done. And just, it's a finished project then. I might have to like cut some more of this yarn to make even fringe, but I think I could totally just finish this and it just becomes a blanket for the house, the dog, whomever. So, and this is made with the Lion brand, it's not respun, but it's like their recycled yarn. So finish December. Yep, we're gonna do that. This is just a Bernat blanket. I don't even think I'm following a pattern. These are just double crochets. I just need to frog this. So we're gonna frog this and put the storage back in, put the yarn back in storage and make something else with it at a future date. So frog this. This is a sore subject right here. This is my literally 90% completed Kima Cardi. Again, hard again. But I'll tell you why. Okay, maybe it's not 90. I might have not have finished. Oh no, that's, yeah, okay. But like, it's supposed to be oversized, but I've lost some weight, so it's oversized that reason, but also I should have never made the 2X, which I think ends up making it a like, I don't know if it's 60 inches, but it's something ridiculous like that. And it's just like, I'm never gonna wear this, even in the house. This is too big. So it sucks because it's like, it's literally completed, but I have to seam up this side here. I think I had it seamed and it's uneven because I had started this project in 2022 and then attempted to finish it in 2023 and failed because things weren't lining up. Some panels were too short. Hopefully you don't hear that from my father-in-law's TV, but I think this is the sad part, but I think I have to frog this. I mean, that looks cute, but like in all reality, I'm like, I'm never gonna wear it if I like this. I'm just like, look at that. I'm so sad. I'm not a big fan of wearing super bulky weight yarn on my body because then it just makes me feel bulkier. So frog, and then probably reuse this yarn at a future date in like a house project, whether that's a blanket, a pot, like a house, like a plant pot for my husband. He loves his plants. So yeah, this is gonna be a frog, and so I'll frog it this month. So sad. I'm just piling these all up and I'm not even gonna deal with them right now because I have to go to Costco in a little bit. Okay, well this yarn, I had attempted to cast on a love note and failed. And then I don't even know what I did. I chained here, got yarn over here. So I think I just need to start like cutting ends and just put some of the yarn in the scrap pile and these go back into storage. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is the tiny Saurus that I attempted to make and then stopped. I finished the head, and then recently, like literally a week ago, before my daughter's birthday, I tried to finish it, like, because it's actually not a fast, or like it's not that slow, but I'm having a really hard, like everybody that does amigurumi like constantly, how do you even get, especially with like this super bulky weight blanket yarn, how do you even know where to put your hook into stitches? Like this is a lot of half double crochets and it's super uneven because I wasn't sure where I was putting my hook. But like the head is done. And so I'm thinking maybe for Christmas, this could work up honestly in a day if I do it right. I think for Christmas, finish it. I might frog back to the neck and restart over, because the neck kind of looks wonky, but I don't know if it's supposed to look like that. And then give this to her for Christmas because she likes dinosaurs, and it comes with like, you're supposed to make like the little triangles here and along the edge. But I might go up a hook size on the body from what the pattern calls for, just so that I can like read my stitches a little bit better. And then I'm gonna definitely need to use stitch markers to better see my work, so that it can be a little bit more consistent. So let's try to finish this here during Vlogmas for the holidays. Okay, this is just a bag of yarn for a future ranunculus, so it just needs to go into my future projects. That is probably something that I will cast on in early 2025 at some point. Oh, this is another sore spot that I just need to like, I don't want to frog it because it's a lot of work to where I got today. And so that's part of what I'm, but so this is the Lynn Tank by I Love Tinderbox on Instagram, Courtney Clark. And it's this gorgeous crocheted with like post features, front double crochet posts, and it's gorgeous. I mean, like, it's stunning. But the reason I put it down is because when I was joining in the round and I got to like maybe one or two, when I was joining at some point, the body, I ended up like 2 stitches difference. And I asked, like, per the math, based on like, I was at X stitches the previous row, and according to these like directions, we're only increasing by 2 stitches or something like that. This is just, and yet it says we're adding 4 stitches. And so I had emailed and she said the pattern's like, it was tech edited. And so, and she didn't necessarily have the time to do another sample. Like that would be the only way she could like figure it out. So I just decided to put the project down. I don't think at the end of the day, 2 stitches will make a difference. So I need to just like steamroll ahead and just deal with it. But it hurt my feelings. Like this project hurt my feelings and I just had to put it away. I also found out and realized that I had done and made a mistake at some point, where I didn't, see if I can find it. Well, I can't find it, but it's dealing with one of the removing of the posts. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go back and frog to that. I don't think so, because I think I can make that the back and call it a day and we're golden. Will I finish this month though? Again, I have more exciting projects for me right now, but this could be like an early 2025, get it done. Don't start any new projects right away and get it done. So let's do that. Let's do that. This is a scrappy, actually I don't think that's scrap. I think this is a full skein of yarn that I just hand wound. It was one of those, I forget who makes them, but they're like these little knitted pouches, and I saw Leslie from Knit California make it, and then I even made the I-cord, because like, and I made it by hand, like not with an I-cord baker. I made it like 3 needles and, you know, did it. And then I just never got around to casting this on. This is probably not gonna be a project that I'm gonna work on right now, but what I'm gonna do is, since I didn't really start it, yeah I did, but we're just gonna put it in the future projects. So that when I want something like a palette cleanser, like that I think would be really cute and a time to do that. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is a bag just full of cotton that I think at some point was when I was making a top. So all this yarn just needs to go into where I have my cotton yarn and call it a day. And then I think we're at the most current projects, which are the cast on, the drawn together shawl, which we just cast on yesterday for Vlogmas day 1. And then the adventure-ish scarf, a pattern by Tony Lipsy, Tunisian crochet. And then my Twista tee, which is that. And then my stripe hype, which is coming along. The yarn hurt my feelings in Yarn Barf at the red stripe, so that's kind of where I'm at. And then the Lamia Wrap, which you guys have seen me work on. So I have 5 active projects that in theory I would like to get done before the end of December. And then the Tiny Saurus, which I said I could finish before Christmas. That's a lot of active projects. We got a couple of Frog It. We got a couple of Finish in the New Year. And then, so the next step for me is to like organize my active projects into appropriate cubes. That might happen today. It might just go into a cube until I can get this whole cube situation figured out, but at least we've kind of sorted projects. I also have, I'll video it over here, but I have the pile on the floor that needs to be dealt with. Again, not sure if it's gonna be a today problem or a future problem, but because I have to run out to Costco, do a couple errands with my little one, who is still sleeping. I've tried to wake her up multiple times, but I think she just was like super tuckered out from her play group. And so I gotta go get her up, change her diaper. Because I walked into her room and whoop, you could smell she has a dirty diaper. So we're gonna go to Costco, and then I'll probably be back for later in the evening and to figure this out, because that's the pile that I have to deal with. But okay, so I've at least put things away in the correct things, and then I have 2 projects that need to get frogged. So we'll probably do that another day. Yeah. It is 9:50 and I have hit goal today on the Lamia Wrap. I've hit 80 rows, which is great, but I think I'm gonna stitch for another hour before I kind of wrap things up for the day and start editing the vlog and my reel for Vlogmas day 2. So let's get to stitching some more. Okay friends, I'm probably gonna end the vlog here. I made it to 85 rows on my Lamia Wrap. So I think I'm gonna call it quits because I'm tired and I still have to edit. And so yeah, I think 85 rows is good. And then I think I'll get to 100 tomorrow, hopefully for day 4 of stitching the Lamia Wrap, which would then give me 3 days to finish it. totally doable. I really want to finish it in 2 after that so that I can then block it. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, and I will see you in the next video. See you tomorrow. Bye.